This episode of The Othersiders, the team investigates an abandoned sugar mill which is anything but sweet. Oh! The spirits of former workers are said to appear roaming in the yard on a nightly basis.
Did that door just open?
Will the team verify these reports and determine the mill is haunted? Or will they decide these are just candy-coated lies?
Okay, Zach, why are we doing this?
We're testing my new piece of equipment called the trap camera. And it'll take a picture of anything that passes in front of it.
Nice. Very cool.
So it's taking pictures right now?
We're teenage ghost hunters. We go to awesome places, stay out super late, and try to uncover anything paranormal.
All right, Jackie, so what have you found us for this week?
There's the Bodie Ghost Town. There have been reports of doors opening and closing, really weird smells, and mysterious laughter.
Ooh, it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
All right, well, what else do you have?
We got Santa Maria Sugar Factory.
Sugar factory? That sounds pretty sweet.
Oh, gosh. I've never gone to a place like this before.
Yeah. What are the paranormal reports?
There have been strange shadows reported, mysterious noises, and there have been a lot of tragic deaths here.
Weird.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Seems like a good place, though. It's got a lot of really good reports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so this week we're going to be investigating the Santa Maria Sugar Factory. After we pick a location, we do some further research and then make a plan for our investigation.
So there's a lot of good reports at this place. I mean, strange shadows, weird noises.
Yeah, the way that they made sugar at this factory was they would turn beets into sugar by grinding them. And a man actually got stuck in there and was ground to his death.
Oh, yeah.
I actually found this report of a man who blew himself up in the boiler room.
I was reading about that. That happened when he was converting the whole plant from coal to gas, and he really didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
Wow.
he just blew himself up there right on the spot.
All right, guys, it sounds like a great investigation, so let's pack it up and get on the road. All right, guys, so we're heading to the sugar factory, and it's been there for over 100 years. And it's also supposedly haunted by all the workers that died there.
Wow.
In the 20s, 3 workers went up to fix part of the silo, and they lit their torch, and they ignited a huge sugar explosion, and 2 of them actually died, and 1 was badly burned.
The 2 guys that died in that explosion, their bodies were literally blown up and their remains fell to the bottom of the silo.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah, that's really gross.
So maybe they're the ones that are reportedly haunting the silo.
It's a possibility.
I see the silo.
Yeah, this is pretty big. Pulling up to the sugar factory for the first time was pretty intense. I mean, the silos were ginormous.
Wow.
All right, let's get the gear. Watch your step.
Whoa.
You guys be careful, there's a lot of glass on the floor.
All right, guys, I think this is a good place to set up base camp.
Here's some walkie-talkies.
Okay, guys, let's start up by setting up some cameras.
We set up 4 IR cameras and cable them back to base camp to monitor them throughout the entire night. The IR cameras are special because they can see what human eyes can't see, and they help us collect paranormal evidence.
All right, let's start off with some sweeps. I really want to get into the boiler room. People have claimed to witness an apparition of a bearded man walking around in overalls, and we'd love to catch evidence of that.
I think it's like the perfect opportunity to try out the trap camera.
Okay, let's go try it out there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, thanks.
You remember what happened in here? A man was was working on with all the boiler room and all the equipment, and an explosion happened and he died.
Let's go find a place to put this trap camera.
All right, let's go. We could put it on here, facing outward. It could get like the whole room. That's a good idea. All right, let's do a little sweep, see if we can find anything. Wow, look at this. This could have been all from the explosion. All the gauges are broken. Look, see? All of these. This is like a control panel. Riley for base.
Go for base.
Okay, so Zach and I did a pretty good sweep of the boiler room. We did set up the trap camera, so if anything runs by when we're not in here, hopefully we'll for sure catch it. But for now, we're just gonna head back to base. Over.
Copy. That's a good idea.
Hey,
What's up?
how's your sweep?
It was really calm, although we did set up the trap camera in a really good spot.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm really excited to check out the silo.
Dude, I'll come with.
All right, sounds good.
All right. You guys should definitely bring the thermal camera, though, because there was an explosion in there, and maybe you can catch some residual heat.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, sounds good.
Spots.
We go down here.
Down here.
Yep.
The paranormal reports in the silo include seeing strange shadows and feeling the presence of the two workers who died there. Look at this, Riley. It's pretty cool down here.
The silo may seem pretty big, but to get there, you have to go through some really narrow passageways, and with the backpack on, that was really hard to do.
Dude, it is so claustrophobic in here. Jeez. Ah. Dude. That's where it goes. Dude, this is huge. This is crazy. This place is so massive.
Dude, Riley, I don't know about you, but I'm like starting to feel sick. Paranormal activity is reported to make you feel dizzy, nauseous, or even claustrophobic. And right about then, I was definitely not feeling too good.
There's a giant up there.
Right at the top of this rope, that's where the two workers blew themselves up.
And it felt like something pulled back. Watch.
Whoa.
We were looking around, and then I found this rope. I tugged on it, and after a little bit, something tugged back. And I did it a couple more times, and it kept pulling back. Was it trying to tell me something? Rally for base.
Go for base.
Sam and I are in the silo. It is so huge, and every noise echoes again and again and again. We don't even know where to start looking. Sam and I were investigating the silo when out of nowhere, it sounded like there was a huge explosion. Rally for base.
Go for base.
Okay, so Sam and I are in the silo. It is so huge, and every noise echoes again and again and again. We don't even know where to start looking.
Did you hear that?
I saw them back up.
Okay, Sam and I just heard like a rocket take off on the top of the silo. And it was so loud in here.
In the stories, that's exactly where the explosion happened.
So that could be like a residual haunting.
It totally could be.
Okay. I'm not getting anything on the thermal camera. Look. Wait, that thermal died.
Paranormal activity reportedly affects electronics, so when the thermal camera died, I thought that the spirits of the two workers might be with us. Sam, the base, the thermal camera went out just like that.
Yeah, the thermal camera's dead.
What? Whoa, that's creepy.
We're gonna continue our sweep.
Copy.
Did they leave here with a full battery?
Yeah, they left with full battery.
Did the door just open?
You guys want to go see what happened?
Give me a flashlight. After the boiler room door had opened, Jackie and I decided to go into the boiler room and further investigate. I mean, do you think that something was like calling us in here? There's the trap camera they must have set up. I wonder if it maybe caught whatever opened the door. Let's hope so. When Jackie and I were in the boiler room, we decided to do some call and response because the door had just swung open and we were hearing all these strange noises. We thought it was a great opportunity to collect some paranormal evidence. Okay, let's go dark. Why did you open the door? Is there something you want to tell us?
Did you get hurt in this room?
We're hearing a lot of strange noises and we're not sure if it's you. If you're making those noises, could you maybe make them a little bit louder, please?
We didn't hear anything during call and response, but hopefully we picked up good evidence on our voice recorder.
Let's go. Okay, let's get out of here.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to be back.
You guys did hear an explosion, right?
Literally like a rocket took off.
That's what we heard.
Well, we were back at base camp and this door just
Swung open and made a huge bang.
it was so powerful.
Like it's just like
Swung
like
open.
someone pushed it.
When we're getting a lot of activity, it's really important to keep heading out on sweeps. So we've done a couple good sweeps so far, but we still should do some more. What do you guys want to do?
I think I want to go to the grinder because that story about that man who got swept to his death, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
I'll come with you.
I also want to check out the workers' room because some people say that spirits like to be in the places where they felt most comfortable, and that's actually where their lockers were and their showers, so I definitely want to check that out.
I'll come with you.
All right.
All right, I'll just man base, so just check in with me.
Okay.
All right. I think we go in through this door. Zach and I decided to go investigate the workers' room because people have reported seeing really weird shadows and hearing strange noises. It's huge.
Yeah, really big. Ew, it smells like all musty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some EMF readings. EMF stands for electromagnetic field, and we used an EMF detector to detect electromagnetic fields that spirits could give off or interrupt.
What? Yeah, I just thought I saw a shadow, but it was just like the light bouncing off a locker.
The guy that died at the grinder basically was ground up like a beet.
That would definitely be a horrible death.
Leaves for a lot of good paranormal activity, though. This is it. The grinder was really hard to find because it was in the middle of nowhere and it was really dark out and very spooky. And once we arrived at it and saw it for the first time, I was really creeped out. You're
my
kidding
God,
me.
no
That's
way.
how you get in. Oh, wow. Sam and I were looking around the grinder, and we actually found the area where the guy was ground to pieces. And Sam, being brave, decided to crawl in. Oh, wow.
Okay, this is disgusting.
Did you realize that, like, his last moments were, like, right here?
That's horrible. We can't really get in here. It's barricaded, like there's this big wall. We knew we had to find an entrance because that's where a man was ground to his death.
Ladder. Found a ladder. Sam and I took a ladder down underneath the grinder. I mean, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I wasn't expecting the machine to turn on and work, but I just didn't know what to expect. This is so creepy. We're like in the downside of a grinder.
I get how this thing works. They put like the beads at the top, and these are the grinders, and it just comes out the bottom and it washes out. So this is where he ended up.
Yeah, oh, okay. Casey for base.
Go for base.
So Sam and I found the entrance of how to get into this grinder, and where we're standing right now is basically where the guy that died ended up. And it's really gross down here.
Wait, like you see remaining body parts?
No, but this is where his body would have ended up.
All right, well, be careful. Over.
I think we should do some call and response and see if we get anything, because this is where he died.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that's a pretty good idea, actually.
Let's go dark.
Okay. If there's any spirits here, we mean no harm. We come with good intentions, and we just want to ask a couple of questions.
What's your name?
Could you give us a sign if you're here? Did you work here?
All right, we're not really getting anything. All right, I think we should just take a bunch of pictures and see if we get anything.
It's a really good idea.
Riley for Casey and Sam.
Go for Casey.
We did a great investigation, but we gotta pack it up and start heading back.
Got it. We did some good work here with the grinder, and we're gonna head back to base.
Riley for Zach.
Go for Zach.
So I think we have a lot of good evidence. I'll meet you guys back at base camp, and we'll pack it up from there. Over.
After we finish an investigation, we all go back to headquarters where we look over all of our audio and video footage looking for any evidence of the paranormal. I found something really cool in the boiler room. Check it out.
There it is. You see that?
Oh, and it like comes out of that machine, kind of.
Wait,
Yeah.
can we pause it? Because dust you can see through, but orbs you can't really.
Yeah, you can totally see through that.
But it is really weird that it like comes from the machine.
Yeah.
It like looks like it's coming out of it.
But the movement of it looks a lot like the movement of dust.
I'm gonna call this one dust.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that because we can see through it, I think it's dust.
I don't think it's credible.
I don't either.
Agreed.
I was listening to the voice recorder both you guys had when you were in the boiler room.
We're hearing a lot of strange noises, and we're not sure if it's you. If you're making those noises, could you maybe make them a little bit louder, please?
Listen up.
We're hearing a lot of strange noises, and we're not sure if it's you. If you're making those noises, could you maybe make them a little bit louder, please?
That was weird because you asked for it, then I heard it. I heard someone talking, definitely.
Yeah, I heard a whisper.
I heard a yes.
Play it again, play it again. If you're making those noises, could you maybe make them a little bit louder, please? Okay, I hear yes.
Yeah. Like it's answering your question like,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I
weird.
can.
You think it could have been the guy who accidentally died in the explosion?
Yeah,
It
maybe.
could be, because it sounds like a man's voice.
Well, I think that's credible.
That's so credible.
Take a look at this. We found something really interesting over Casey's head.
Oh, yeah, I took this one when Casey and I were in the grinder.
Whoa.
That's really weird.
That just looks like it's super far away.
Was there any...
Because we're down
right.
below. Okay, so we're down below, and this is ground level.
Yeah.
Were there any lights? Like,
No, actually,
I
there
don't
were
think it's
no.
on ground. I think it's
If
in
it
the
were
sky.
far away.
Think about it. If something was back there and you were taking a picture over my head, wouldn't you notice this
Yeah,
light?
that wasn't there.
I mean, you would have said something. Hey, there's a light up there. Somebody's up there, and you didn't notice it at all.
I didn't.
I think it's credible.
It is interesting. To be honest, I have no idea what it is, but because it's so vague and so little in the picture, I don't want to jump to the conclusion of it being paranormal. So, to me, I don't think it's credible.
Yeah, it's hard if you weren't down there.
I
It's
can
hard to get
understand that.
perspective.
Okay, guys, so we've gone over all the evidence. Now it's time to come to a conclusion. Is the Santa Maria Sugar Factory haunted or not?
based on all my experiences, I definitely think this place is scary. And going over all the evidence, some of it I thought was credible, but the majority of it, for me, wasn't credible, so I don't think it's haunted.
Going off the experience that we had at base camp with the door swinging open and slamming shut.
That door just opened?
That was crazy, and I definitely think this place is haunted.
Well, going off my own experiences, they were pretty crazy. Base camp and then the boiler room, and then our evidence just made me decide that this place is haunted.
I'm honestly torn because when I was in there, like Zach said, it was scary.
Did you hear that?
But I do not think that I'm ready to say that there are dead people who haven't moved on wandering around this factory. So I'm going to say it is not haunted.
The EVP I do think is weird. I cannot figure out anything for that. But then I feel that most of the evidence can be explained. So in my opinion, I'm going to have to go with not haunted. So our final conclusion is that the Santa Maria Sugar Factory is not haunted.
As webmaster, I'm going to put all of our evidence online, including that great EVP, so people can log on for themselves and decide whether they think the Santa Maria Sugar Factory is haunted or not.
Overall, the Sugar Factory was an awesome place, but there just wasn't enough paranormal activity for me to call it haunted.
The photograph of me with the orb above my head,
I think we should take a bunch of pictures and see if we get anything.
I thought that was an amazing piece of evidence, and I had to call this place haunted.
The Sugar Factory was a really sweet place, but it's a bummer I didn't get any sugar.